In our first video, we created a custom post type that allows us to build a portfolio of the projects we've created as web designers. Now what we're going to do in this second video is create a filterable portfolio archive page so that you can choose what category and it displays all portfolio items within that category. Let's get started. The first thing we need to do is go into the Divi library, and in this case I've already created a layout called Portfolio for Divi Machine. If you don't already have it, then you're going to add a new layout. So let's click on Edit. That's going to bring up the item for editing, and we have the infamous double load that Divi does sometimes. We've got one section, one row. You'll likely want to change the spacing a little bit on it. Maybe you want to change the border on it a little bit. So the first item, we've added a module called Thumbnail from Divi Machine. So let's go ahead and look inside that module. It's a special module added by the Divi Machine plugin. We want the large thumbnail, so it's going to pull the featured image from that particular custom post type. It's going to link that image to the page itself. We want a title tag. And that's really all we need to do. There may be some design things we work on, but we've covered most of it. The next thing, we want the post title. This is also a special Divi Machine module. We're going to make that title an H3 tag, linking that title to the page. We get the title from the custom post type's title. And again, you may want to go in and do some formatting, get the right color, the right font size, etc. The post meta, so we're going to show categories, and once again this is a special module added by Divi Machine. So we've got the categories and we've done things formatting wise to make it display the way we'd like it to. And then the last item is the View Post button. Once again, this is a special module added by Divi Machine. We want custom text to say View Project. The button will span the full width of the column it's placed in. And again, we can go into design and format things. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK on that. And let's come up here and look at what it's going to look like. So the first thing, this is our featured image, the title. The post meta is not compatible with the Visual Builder, so we don't see it. And then the View Project button. And keep in mind, this will be full width when it shows up in our layout. You'll also notice I've created a drop shadow around the whole outside of this. We'll click on Save, and then we can move on to the next part of our project. Our next step is going to be using Divi Theme Builder to set up the archive page. So go to Theme Builder under Divi in your WordPress menu. You'll see we already have it, but what you're going to do is you're going to click on Add New Template. It's going to ask you what to assign it to. So we'll say Build. You'll choose what it is, and in this case we want the Portfolio Archive page. Or if you've named your custom post type something other than Portfolio, whatever you've named it, and then Archive page. I've already done it, so I'm just going to click on the Custom Body Edit on the Archive page, and it's going to load in the Visual Builder. The top part of the page is just text, something that someone with even minimal experience in Divi knows how to create. a title, and some descriptive text. This next part is what we're going to look at. This is another special module provided by Divi Machine, and it's called Filter Posts. We want to filter it by category. You can choose new filter items here. Let's look at that category, the name we've given it, what you want it to search on, the post type, so portfolio is the name of our post type. We want it to be a checkbox or radio buttons. We're going to filter it by a string. We're going to order them by name. Now we have some other options here for empty. We have layout options. We want to show it without the title, just the value, because the value is the category name. We want the label shown. We want it to be full width. We can choose parent and subterms or other options. We can have a prefix if we so choose. The checkbox, we can choose different ways, or we can do it in line, which is what I've chosen. We can have a range. So there's lots of different options, many of which have not been used in this particular project. So let's go back. Now we're looking, there's the category, the main options. We want things to update every time something changes, meaning they've clicked on a category. We want to update the count, and we want to synchronize the terms. For the layout, we wanted to use a full width column. If I move this to the side, you can see that's how it's going to display. The number of columns is automatic on desktop and tablet, just one on mobile. A minimum width, we can specify a gap. There is a reset button. We've chosen to hide it. And then on mobile, there's some other options. We haven't changed anything there. And you'll see how it looks. And the idea is if we click on one of the categories, what's shown below will change. So at this point, we've set up the filtering on our portfolio. The next part of our portfolio archive page is each of the portfolio items. You'll see there's 5 displayed in our sample here because I've only entered data for 5. Let's go ahead and edit this module. Once again, this is a special module from Divi Machine. Our main options, the post type we want to choose is portfolio. And again, if you've chosen a different name for yours, you'll choose that name. We're going to use a custom loop layout. And the loop layout we've selected is what we created a little earlier in the Divi library. It was titled Portfolio for Divi Machine. You can choose the animation icon if you so desire. And if there are no posts, I've chosen the same layout. This is our main loop. And there's some other options here that I've chosen not to use. Let's go to our loop options. Under General, we want only posts that have been published. We'll show as many as 24 on a page. And that's all we've got there. We'll go under Terms, nothing there, nothing on Terms on Load Only. And for sorting, our sort order is by date in a descending order. And our secondary order is by title, ascending. So the newest will be shown first, and then it will go in alphabetical order from A to Z if there are 2 of the same date. Under element options, if there are more than 24, we're going to have a load more that's going to load another 24. The grid options, we want it to be a grid. You can see we can also do it as masonry or as a grid list switchable view. I like grid. Oops. Let's go back to grid options. We want each card to be the exact same height. We want the last module, which is the view button, to be aligned at the very bottom of the card. On desktop, it's 3 columns, tablet 2, mobile 1. We're going to have custom gaps between columns and rows. So 35 between rows, the columns I've left at the default. Extra options we didn't use, and loop template options we didn't use. So we'll go ahead and click OK on that. We'll go ahead and save, and at this point we finished setting up our page. Now that we've set everything up on the back end, let's look at it on the front end. So there's the text at the top of the page, our sorting options, and right now it's showing all 5 items. So if I click on a category, let's say blog, you'll notice it switches and only 3 things are shown. These are the 3 where a blog is involved. If I click on e-commerce, it's going to reload again. 2 of the 5 fit into that category. Veronica Foods, only 1 item is in that category. And you'll notice this item is what's in the Divi library, and it's quite a bit different than what we saw in the preview on the back end. So we've now created the portfolio archive page. Make sure to tune in for the 3rd video in this series where we discuss the individual portfolio pages.